Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is a bit of a preview for MCAL. I have a box of tricks with me. Obviously, I've had to bring some pumpkins because I'm filming a podcast and it's nearly Vlogtober. But I'm going to do my unboxing because my yarn has arrived for the mystery knit along. Those of you who've watched the channel for a while will know I am not at home and I'm not in my usual location. I'm currently away for the weekend. We are in Leeds, Mark and I. It is the Yarndale show tomorrow. So we've come away for the weekend. The deal about going to Yarndale was we would go and squish some yarn on the Sunday. But the deal was that we had a nice hotel and drinks and dinner out on the Saturday. So that is what we're doing. It is currently nearly 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Excuse the weird lighting. It's kind of all the hotel artificial light. But the lights are all that side of the room. There's not much light this side of the room, the other side of the camera. So that's why there's kind of some of the weird shadows. This part of my face looks a bit in darkness. There's a window there. I've tried many angles to work out where to set the camera up and have failed spectacularly. So we're going to go with it. It's an out and about podcast, but we're not really out and about. Today's video, we're just in the hotel room. And I don't know why I've been so focused with my hands. Yes, so hi, welcome. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. You will find all the things about knitting and crochet and sometimes spinning. This video specifically setting up for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. It is MCAL Mystery Knit Along time and I'm so excited. And I wanted to do this video to get it ready to go live on Monday, but we've come away. Yesterday we had a half day at work. We travelled up to Leeds. We got here about 8 o'clock last night. We were quite late, got stuck in traffic. Usual Friday night shenanigans. But I didn't have time to record yesterday morning. And I really want this video to go up on Monday because we cast on Thursday. And I'm so excited. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, of course, thank you so much for coming back and giving me a little bit of your time today. It is so wonderful, as always, to have you here. And yeah, I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited for Yarndale and getting to see, I'm excited for Yarndale because I'm not necessarily in the market for any yarn. Although there will likely be a souvenir skein or two. I'm not really in the market for a lot of yarn. I'm still trying to be mindful with my stash this year. But of course, I must buy something. But I'm more excited about seeing people. So lots of my friends they're dyer friends and small business owners that I've met over the years through yarn shows. And for me, the yarn show is much more about that community vibe. It's catching up with people that you haven't seen for a few months, finding out more about them, hearing about their news, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. But as I said, I really wanted to get this video filmed. So Mark has gone off shopping. We've had a little lazy morning. We've had a hotel breakfast. And then we've been out for some shopping. We've had a little mooch around the shops and had a coffee. And I said, right, I'm going to go back to the hotel. I'm going to film my podcast. And then Mark's gone to do a bit more shopping. And then we will catch up a little bit later on. That is the plan. And as I said, today's video is going to be focused on my unboxing. I grabbed some pumpkins. I said to Mark, because Vlogtober's come in and that's going to start on Wednesday. 30 days has September. Yes, Wednesday. 29 Monday, 30. Yes, Wednesday. Oh my word. And I was like, right, so Vlogtober's coming, so I better get some pumpkin. Can you just chuck some pumpkins in the bag for me? Because we were trying to rush around and pack and everything yesterday. So I remembered the tripod. And I remembered my yarn. And I said, oh, grab some pumpkins. I'll put them on display somewhere. And then there's nowhere to really display them. Maybe they can go That just looks a little bit sad. This can be the thumbnail though. Yes, so let's try that again. Maybe this is the thumbnail. We'll leave them there. But I'm excited to show you my kit. And then just chat a little bit briefly about Vlogtober, what you can expect. If you've not been here before, we've had a few new subscribers lately, which has been lovely. Welcome to my little Knit365 community. We'll talk a bit about Vlogtober and how I do it and what we're going to get up to, hopefully, during the month of October. I just can't believe it's here. Like, this year has gone so quickly. Now, granted, I was on holiday for 3.5 weeks in July, which was wonderful. I loved it so much. But I can't really believe we're in October. At the start of September, when I decided to start on my massive giant Martin bear, it felt like Mystery Knit Along was so far away. Even though Stephen had launched it and we knew that it was coming, it didn't really feel like it was coming. Does that make sense? And yeah, it's here. Harsh edit. I needed a drink. My throat was starting to feel, I was trying to keep talking and hide a cough. So I've just got some water. I can't have an alcoholic Why can't I speak today? We didn't drink that much last night. I can't have an alcoholic beverage yet. The car is on charge. We've got an electric car, which has been great. And we had to stop on the way up to Leeds once, sort all of that. But the car is now charging in the car park. So I need to wait. So I put the car on charge while I'm filming this, and I'm going to go and move the car, and then I might have a pint. So let's get to it, shall we? The purpose of this video is my unboxing. So if you are completely new here, and you have no idea what the Mystery Knit Along is, very brief history. So the designer, Stephen West, who lives in Amsterdam, makes a shawl. He makes loads of patterns, hats, scarves, gloves, jumpers, cardigans, shawls, everything. And every year in October, we have the Mystery Knit Along. It is a shawl. And every year we get told how many skeins of yarn, whether it's 4 skeins or 5 skeins, for example. And we get told the style of yarn. So make sure you have 4 skeins, 1 of each colour, or have 4 skeins, 2 colours and 2 skeins of each, or 5 colours in a fade. Like we get the description, and that's all we know. We don't get told anything else because it's a mystery. We all cast on together, and then each week a piece of the clue arrives, and by the end of the month, we've all got a shawl. That's the theory. What usually happens is by the end of the month, I'm still on week 3. It's not a race. We do it at our own pace, but it's just a wonderful community vibe. And lots of you find me because of the Mystery Knit Along and how I take part in it. And it fits with my Vlogtober and what I do, and try and do a few more videos throughout the month. And it's just the best time of year. I love it so much. And it is that community thing. Again, a bit like what I was saying about yarn shows. I love the community part of it. That's the bit that really makes it. This year, once again, I'm collaborating with the amazing Irina from the Fibre Chats channel. I'll put all of Irina's details below, as well as the Zooms that we'll be doing throughout October. We're going to have a little cast-on party for my community and Irina's community. If you want to come and join along in that Zoom, you are more than welcome. 2nd of October, 6 p.m. UK time, and then 6 p.m. Boston time, so Eastern Pacific. Come and join us. We'll cast on together. We'll have a few little stitches. We'll talk about what we think of the first clue. And just, you can tell how excited I am. But this year, as in most years, I think I wasn't Team Kit last year because I bought yarn from someone else. I didn't get a kit from Stephen and Penelope, but I am Team Kit this year, and it's arrived in a lovely little Stephen and Penelope box. So I thought I would do a quick unboxing and show you what's in the kit and what I've got this year, and then also my colours. So if you've watched some of my videos so far this month, in September, and also watched the live that I did with Irina, you'll know what kit I've got because I showed a photo on screen, but we now have the kit. So before we do the yarn, let's do the extras. yeah, let's do the extras. So every kit has a tote bag. And it's a random colour. I'm not sure of all the colours, but I know it's a random colour. And I'm really excited because blue is one of my favourite colours. I don't have a blue kit this year. I've gone off-piste, which is different for me. But high-key crafty, that is me. So MCAL, music, but the C in music is KAL. I think it is knit along. MCAL knit along. So it's all kind of music themed this year. And I think Stephen's view is like there's 4 colours. They're the 4 voices. So I don't know whether it's like kind of soprano, alto, tenor, bass. Like it's all musical themed. So we're really, really happy that's what we've got. So as well as the tote bag, which I'll be able to keep everything in, we've got some stickers. So high key crafty, which obviously matches the tote. Then we've got, a little Walkman style headset. We've got an actual tape recorder, MKAL Mix 2025. BFFs Forever, Wes Knits and Stephen and Penelope. And then we've got an iron-on patch, and she's crafty. I love that so much. I need to work out what to do with that. I'm not sure whether I'll put it on the bag. I need to put it somewhere. I've actually ripped my puffer jacket. I caught it on I was going around a corner in a doorway and I caught it on a little nail that was sticking out and I got a little scag on it. I could maybe put the patch on my jacket. The jacket is like a khaki green and that is obviously bright pink. I feel like if you're going to patch something up, you go with a patch, right? So that could be something that we'll do. So they're the extras that we got in the kit. And so for those of you that don't know what kit I've got yet, I have gone for, it's Grello. So I did a video earlier in the month that talked about all of the previous mystery knit along shawls that I've done in past years. And every year I try to challenge myself colour-wise so that I never knit the same colours twice, if that makes sense. So I've got like a really lovely greeny coloured one. I've got a creamy one with a bit of a red flash. I've got a bright pink and green one, which was wicked inspired from last year. And all of the shawls in previous years have all been different colours. And I am a massive grey and yellow fan, but I don't have a grey and yellow shawl. And it's a bit of a long running joke with Mark, my other half, because every year I'm like, oh, I'm going to do Grello. And he kind of rolls his eyes and goes, oh, you're so predictable. In a really sarcastic manner. I'm like, yeah, but I don't actually have anything Grello that I've knitted. So the fact that this is the year, I saw this kit and I decided that it was going to be my Grello year. So the other great thing, which is one of the reasons I bought the kit, was this year Stephen and Penelope have launched a new yarn base. So this is called Hex. It is 85% merino and 15% nylon. So very similar to lots of the 4-ply sort of fingering weight bases that you get if you buy hand dyed. You often get a merino nylon blend. But Hex is their hand dyed version. So a lot of their yarn is commercial yarn, the West Wool yarn, whether that's bicycle, tandem, etc., the different bases that they have. But this is a hand-dyed version. Now, I'm sure this is larger batches because there's a number of colours. So I don't think it's small batch by like an indie dyer, but it's their hand-dyed base and it is so... Like, if you had squish vision, I don't think you can hopefully see the bounce. Like, there's a lot of bounce in this yarn and I'm really excited to see how it knits up. What I think is really cool this year is a lot of the test knitters that do the Mystery Knit Along have all used hex yarn and are really singing its praises, and I'm really excited to see how it knits up. So these skeins are 100 grams, and it is, for those fact fangs amongst you, 100 grams, 400 meters or 437 yards per skein. And yeah, superwash, superfine merino, superwash, superfine, that'll explain why it's so soft and squishy. And 15% nylon, hand wash in cool water. So this is the hex base, as I said, and this is the Dutch Sky colorway. So this is one of the skeins. And then we move into a slightly darker mid-grey. So this is Grekovic. Is that going to focus? Maybe. Did you see that then? Grekovic. I'm guessing it's like Reykjavik, but grey. Grekovic. So we've got this mid-grey. Then we have a really dark grey that is called Canal House. And then my favourite, Into Daybreak, which is this gorgeous, and it's actually very similar colour that's showing on screen on the camera. It's very similar colour in real life. So we have these 4 skeins. And I'm really intrigued as to what's going to happen now with the pattern, because in previous years, we've kind of had colour A, B, C, and D. And Stephen, I watched a live that he did on Instagram a couple of, was it this week? I think it might have been this week. And he talked about there isn't really a main colour or a contrast colour. All the colours are going to play together and have their kind of shining moment, which I guess is a bit like singing. You know, even though you have like soprano, alto, tenor, bass, there will be a tenor feature or a soprano feature. So I'm guessing they're all going to take their own place. But I'm not sure how the relationship works, whether it's going to be like cast on with colour 1 and 3. I don't know how we're going to number them, if that makes sense. And he did make a reference in the video to there being a schematic in the pattern. And I don't think, so I've done every Mystery Knit Along since Starflake. That was my first one. And I have also made Exploration Station separately since then. We've never had a schematic, and I think he said there's going to be something around the placement. So I'm really intrigued as to see what's going to happen this year, as to how do we choose what to start with. The other thing he said in the live is to make sure you've wound up all of your colours. So with shawlography, I have shawlography, bear with. So I wondered if it's going to be like this, because in shawlography, so I bought this one with me. This is one of my go-to shawls. Like, it's still, the outside temperature is okay for me to wear t-shirt. I don't tend to feel the cold, so I'm okay wearing bare sleeves, but actually a little scarf is quite nice, and it's just a little layer. So this is one of my go-to shawls, because it's kind of a nice size. But with this one, this was similar. So this shawl started here in the center. And I think we had 5 colours, but we started here with these short row sections. So I'm wondering, when he says to make sure you've wound all 4 colours up, I'm assuming we're going to get something like this. I have no idea. But I'm guessing we're going to have something where we will be doing a start that kind of uses every colour. I don't know. Obviously, when he does these lives, he's really, really coy, and he gives nothing away at all. But yeah. Did I mention it's my favourite time of the year? So, that's shawlography. And there's my colours. Oh, that could be the thumbnail. I think it'll be the unboxing one. So, I've got my 4 colours. And the other thing I've got then is I've got 2 mohair. So again, in previous years, there is always an opportunity for a mohair day, where you grab some mohair that either complements or contrasts with your yarn. Like a real contrast would have been to like grab a blue or something. Stephen and Penelope are at Yarndale tomorrow, so I might visit the stand. Stephen's not here at the show, but I might go to Stephen and Penelope because I did see on their Instagram they've got all the glow hair with them. And I might see if I can work out maybe a blue or something that would be a real contrast to go with the 4. And then I might pick up another mohair. Part of me is like, so I think the kits came with, you had an option to add the mohair there. And I think the option was to add the yellow. I think that's what it was. And then I also chose to add on a grey just as a separate addition to the order. So I've kind of got the 2 mohairs. So this is the glow hair. So this is the glow colourway. And this is Grekovic. Oh, so actually, which one was Grekovic? That one. So you can always see as well the way that the mohair takes the dye completely differently. And it's the same base, but this one looks a much lighter colour than this one. And in reality, it's probably closer to that one in terms of grayscale. So I have my 2 mohairs as well. I am not sensitive to mohair. I think it's really... you just have a little pillow. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I like the idea of the mohair deer. And I have done it in a few years. The last few years, I've been really subtle with it though. Like some people, I'm not very brave when it comes to colour choices. And I often pick a kit because Stephen's put the kits together with the team at Stephen and Penelope. And therefore I know the yarn will work because the kit's been put together by them. He knows what the finished shawl is. I sometimes wonder, like, how do I push my boundaries? How do I be more bold with colour choices, for example? And it's almost like backing yourself and trusting that you can put some colours together and you can come up with something completely out of your comfort zone. And I kind of did that, I guess, with the pink and the green last year. Like that, just Mark helped me with that. And that was Mark's colour choice, actually, because all we knew for last year's shawl was that it needed to be 2 colours in a contrast. So with the Wicked movie coming out, Mark was like, well, you know what that needs to be, don't you? It's pink and green. I was like, yes, it's pink and green. So that's what I did last year. But sometimes, like, with my 4 colours here, imagine I chuck like a purple in or something. Like, because that purple would go really well with the greys. You could probably get away with a purple in the... I don't know, like maybe not purple. And lots of you now might be shouting at the telly, what colour mohair should I have? But I'm going to go to the stand tomorrow and I'm going to see if I can pick up 1 ball of glow hair in a I was going to say contrast and completely in a completely different contrast colour. So at the moment, I will hold, where Stephen says about a mohair deer, I will hold the yellow probably. So my deer will be a texture deer because in that section, my yellow will just be really nice and fluffy. And I'll probably do the same with the grey. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to do like that, for example, and really mix and match them. But we'll see. But I am going to go to the stall tomorrow and chat to the team there, and I'm going to pick up a completely different colour. Purple, orange, blue, something like that. And we'll see. I might not use it. It's a 25 gram ball. It'll just go in my stash if I don't end up using it. But I'm going to see. I'm going to maybe try and push myself. I didn't mention for those fact fans amongst you that will want to know. So this is a lace weight mohair. It's a 25 gram ball and it is 210 meters or 229 yards. And it says wash carefully in cold water, and it is a 64% mohair and 36% silk. So again, it's not 100% mohair, which I know some people don't really like the feel of the mohair. I love it. Like, that's really lovely. Just sit for a moment. I encourage you to grab some mohair and just stroke yourself with it. It's actually very sweet. So there my mohair is, and that is my kit. My first Grello shawl. And I cannot wait to get going. I can't wait to cast on. So I hope that you will join Irina and I for the cast-on party as we get going in this week. I was going to say get going in the next few weeks, but no, we're going to get going this week. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, the other piece of fun and excitement, I think, that gets to come during October is Vlogtober. And there was a short edit because I started to talk and I was talking about Vlogmas. And that's extra blogging in December. We're definitely not thinking about December yet. Although I do feel like it's downhill to Christmas. I talk about this before. Whereas now we're going into the Mystery Knit Along and it's Vlogtober. So I'll increase my YouTube videos during October. Then we kind of have a break and we take a breath. It's November, start Christmas shopping, getting things ready, and then it's Vlogmas, and before we know it, it's Christmas. So I feel like the start of the Mystery Knit Along, and I know lots of you are going to be shouting at the telly now, I'm really sorry, I'm not wishing the year away, but you know what I mean. It kind of feels like it's the start of Christmas. So Vlogtober is coming, hence the pumpkins. And Vlogtober started on YouTube many years ago, I believe, and lots of YouTubers then do daily blogs, sometimes 5 or 6 minutes, sometimes 15, 20 minutes from some of the ones that I've seen. And they blog every day throughout October. And that was kind of the ethos behind it. Like, kind of stop what you're doing, share what you're up to and film it. My personal take on Vlogtober is kind of 3 videos a week. Sometimes 2, sometimes 4, but there will be extra videos. And because I've got a full-time job as well, it's a lot of editing throughout Vlogtober and Vlogmas in terms of filming what you're up to and then editing it and getting it into YouTube. But also making sure the content is interesting enough, because I'm not sure anyone wants a 5-minute video of me sat down at the end of the day saying, I've done 4 rows of knitting. It's been a really busy day. I got home from work at 6 o'clock. By the time I made food, I sat down, I've done this much knitting, thanks for watching, see you tomorrow. I'm not sure that's interesting enough. And therefore, what I try to do is I film every day. And some days there will be, I've been really busy, by the time I've had food, I've done this much knitting. But actually what I'll do is I wait until I've kind of got 20 minutes of footage. That might be over 2 days, that might be 3 days. And then I'll upload that video. So I try and edit as I'm going. And then when I kind of hit that 20-minute mark, I'll upload it. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, that's going to be my take on Vlogtober. So I'm quite an open book. Some would probably say an oversharer. And I love doing Vlogtober because I love that kind of interaction, filming more videos, behind the scenes, what Mark and I get up to. And sometimes it's a bit of a boring life, like it's just going out and going food shopping and going to work and coming home, going for a run. But personally, those are the blogs that I really like. So the bloggers that I watch are that kind of real everyday life. It's like, I've not done anything today. And nothing against those that are much more Instagrammable and, I don't know what word I'm looking for, aesthetically pleasing. I love some aesthetically pleasing blogs as well. But for me, it's about what a day, I've done nothing. I like that kind of real life behind the scenes. So that's kind of my take on Vlogtober. We do have some events that are going to happen during October. Mark and I are going to Glasgow for the weekend. We're going to go to the Glasgow School of Yarn show, which I want to say is like the 17th, 18th, something like that, of October, whatever the Saturday, Sunday is. We're flying to Glasgow for that. I'm also meeting up with my very good friend Reese, and we are both going to do a yarn dyeing course, which is going to be so much fun. Lisa from For the Love of Yarn is vending at the Glasgow School of Yarn show. And on the Thursday night, she is doing a learn how to dye class. So Reese and I are going to go and do that. We learn about colour theory and how to dye the yarn. and you come away with 100-gram skein and 5 20-gram minis. So I'm really excited to go and do that. So like there are some kind of things that I will do, like there will probably be a video about the dyeing and what I learned on the course and what I ended up dyeing. There will be an out and about travel video where we will go around the Glasgow School of Yarn and I'll show you the stalls. So there'll be some things like that. I might try and see if I can get down to Ali Pali, so the knitting and stitching show. I can't remember what weekend that might be, the weekend before Glasgow, so I'm not sure whether I can get there. I think that's a 4-day show, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not too far away from me. It's about 2 hours from Cardiff. It's straight motorway all the way. So there's kind of some things out and about, and then there will just be lots of, this is what I've done after work. And much more importantly, as part of Vlogtober, all of my progress on the Mystery Knit Along. So my main focus, so there's been a lot of crochet in September because I've been doing the giant Martin bear. And for the knitters amongst you, that's kind of come in October. And I was just reflecting, I'm not sure I've done any knitting in the whole month of September. I really don't think I have. I made my I made my Toft crochet bird because Toft did an autumn crochet along. So I made Jenny Wren. I've done my giant Martin bear, which is now finished and will at some point will feature. There will be a separate video to show off giant Martin bear. He is big. I genuinely don't think I've knit in September. Oh my God. I'm going to have to correct that on Monday, at least. I'm going to have to just do some knitting. Maybe I've forgotten how to knit. What if I've forgotten how to knit and the Mystery Knit Along's come in? I won't have forgotten how to knit. I don't think I will. But yes, Vlogtober will feature lots of knitting. And as much as I've loved doing Giant Martin Bear, I am a knitter who crochets and who spins. So knitting was my first craft. That's what I got into, and I'm very much looking forward to getting my knit on throughout the month, especially having done all of that crochet, because that crochet bear was a lot. 12mm hook, big hook, 4 strands of yarn. It was tough going on my hands, but I've made it to the end of the month without an injury, so I think we're okay to get some knit. That's me knitting. So yes, Vlogtober's coming. Mystery Knit Along's come in. Right, so over to you. For those of you that have been here for a while, especially some previous years, what would you like to see in Vlogtober? Let me know in the comments below, and I will try to fit it all in. There will be things like, we'll make the Christmas cakes. Every year I make Christmas cakes. I make them in October, then they soak and sit throughout the month and November, and then I ice them in December. So we start them in Vlogtober, we finish them in Vlogmas. So there'll be Christmas cakes. We're going to make some sloe gin this year. We've got some sloes. They're now in the freezer. So there'll be like little things like that. But if there's anything behind the scenes you want to see, my craft area where I store things, if there's things that you want to see out and about, let me know. I'll see if I can accommodate it. If there's things specifically about Glasgow School of Yarn, Glasgow, the dyeing workshop, anything like that, let me know in the comments below, because I really love this community vibe. And I say all the time, I will keep making videos as long as you folks keep watching them. So if there's stuff that I can do, a mini Q&A, anything like that, let me know in the comments, and I will, and as I'm making up my kind of content ideas throughout the month, that's me writing, let me know and I can incorporate those where possible. And more importantly, let me know, are you joining in with the Mystery Knit Along? There tends to be 2 camps. There's the, oh my God, it's my favourite time of the year, I'm just getting involved and I can't wait to start. Or there's 2 other camps, sorry, there's 3 camps, I think. Oh my God, I'm in, but I'm going to wait for the clues and I'm going to start later. So I'm watching from the sidelines. Or there is the, I hate a mystery, I want to know what it is, but I'm going to cheer you on. Or I don't knit and you have a lovely time, and I'm going to enjoy watching you do it. So I know that there's a mix of you folks out there. So let me know, which camp are you in? Are you starting? Are you watching? What colours have you chosen? If you are joining in, let me know. And as I said, I'll pop the details below for Irina's channel. The cast-on parties will be on Zoom, and then they'll be available to watch on my channel. The other, all of the community catch-ups, the Humans of Westnit series, they will all be on Irina's channel. So I'll pop all the details below, and it would be amazing to see you. If you want to join and you are a little bit shy and nervous, please don't be. Irina and I will do all the chatting, and we'll ask people to come off mute if they want to. So we'll mute everyone to start with, and we ask people to come off, put their hand up, and then they can come off mute, and then you can chat with us, and it's a great two-way. But you are more than welcome. If you are a knitter and you're starting the Mission Knit Along and you don't have a local knit group, don't have anyone else that you can get enthusiastic with about the Mission Knit Along, that's okay. You can just come along, come and sit in the corner of the Zoom. You can have your camera off, your audio on mute, and you can just listen to everyone else. It is a really chilled out vibe, and you don't have to have your camera on. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. If you want to, absolutely come and tell us, come and show us your colours, ask questions about the clue, get involved. We kind of see it as an online knit group where we can't all sit in the same room together, but we can virtually, and we can do that on Zoom. And that's the great side of social media for me. So if you want to join in and you are a little bit shy, please don't be shy or hesitant. We've got you. We'd love to have you in the community. So please come and check out the Zooms if you want to join us. Absolutely no pressure. And I think that's it. So this has probably been half hour-ish. Yeah, half hour. It's 2:30 now. So I think I said it was about 2 o'clock. So I'm going to, now I've done all the filming, I can edit this tomorrow and Monday, and I can get this up for Monday night. But I just needed that time to come and do the unboxing and show you what I'm up to. So thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, I'm excited to get going. As you can tell, I feel like a Tigger. Some months I feel, no, I was going to say some months I feel a bit like Eeyore or Piglet. I'm a bit low energy. Honestly, some days I feel like I sit on the sofa at home and I'm like, work was a lot. And I can feel my energy kind of dropping, and I just need like comfy pajamas and a bit of knitting and something mindless on the telly. Today I feel very Tigger. There should be much more done about corporate insights like introverts, extroverts, feelings, intuition, based on the Winnie the Pooh characters, because I feel like you can lead with Winnie the Pooh energy, Tigger energy, Eeyore energy, etc. So, yeah, you know I'm excited. So thank you so much for watching. I will probably be back. So I'm on holiday. I did mention I'm on holiday Thursday and Friday. I've taken time off work. So there will probably be a video Friday evening will be my first Vlogtober video. Unless there's like Clue 1 goes, oh my God, and we need a reaction. Oh, no, there won't be a video Thursday because my reaction video will be the cast-on party. So there will probably be a video Friday or Saturday, depending on how much knitting I get done. So you're watching this now on Monday. There will be another video later in the week where I will show you my progress and I will catch you up on what I've been up to. But I'm on holiday Thursday and Friday. I save up some annual leave. It's my annual tradition for Mission Knit Along. So Mark will be in work. I will get to sit in the house on the sofa and just knit on Clue 1. And I cannot wait. I hope that you will come back and join me. I will try and lower the energy for later in the week. But comments below, let me know you joining in. Let me know what you want to see in Vlogtober. Thank you so much for being here and watching. So until we speak again later in the week, happy crafting.